got a little bit of your preaching style. I don't swat the flies, but I was blessed to be raised by the Callens family, my mom family, Rudolph and Daisy Lee, and all of my aunts and uncles, Callens. But I was blessed to also have my dad in my life. For he was just like a son. He was there every other week, every week. He was there when I sung my first solo. Me and my uncle Robert Earl. I was probably about 4 or 5 years old. He was the musician for me that day. Sung a song, I Want to Talk About Jesus. He was there when I played sports, but certain things I truly remember. He was there when I pitched my first little league game for Shiloh. And Dad was in the stand, so I threw that ball. We won the game. Pastor Carl McKay was my coach. I don't think I allowed nobody on base because I was throwing that thing. He was there. My little league football game, I remember that day I ran 2 touchdowns because Dad was in the stand. My uncles Robert Earl and George, all of them was in the stand, but Dad was in the stands. I got to junior high school. I was the quarterback. I know you're looking and saying quarterback. Yeah, I was the quarterback. He came to the game. We played Tomlin first game. My grandma came to the game that day. She missed church. Daisy Lee Callens came to the game. So Daddy was in the stand. Mama done missed church. I showed out. Ran the touchdown, threw a touchdown, and on defense I caught an interception because Daddy was at the stand. He was there when I played basketball, starting point guard in junior high school. I peeked out the door and seen him in the stands. We won the county championship. I think I hit about 20 that day. He was there when I got to high school. I had to start on varsity my 10th grade year because we had so many boys ineligible. I wore about 145 pounds playing wide receiver. One of the best defensive backs in the state of Florida was guarding me that night. But one thing he didn't know, Daddy was in the stand. I caught a 5-yard slant and took it by 80 yards. 145 pounds, became the best receiver in the state. Eddie Late, you couldn't have guarded me. I wish I could have played you. He came to the basketball game. We was headed trying to get to the state tournament. We played Pinellas Park. They had the best point guard in the state. He was ranked in the nation. He was 6'5", and I had to guard him. But what J.J. Smith didn't know, Daddy was in the stand. J.J. only hit by 8 points that night. We won and went on to the state tournament. Came to a track meet. We run a track. That night I ran my fastest 100 time. I ran the 10.9. I broke the school record in the long jump. I jumped clear out the pit of 21.4. Because what the other teams didn't know. Dad was in the stand. So all my life he'd been in the stand. So a couple of weeks ago, and I'm about to finish. A couple of weeks ago, Floyd Mayweather was fighting on TV. And a thought came to my mind like, boy, I'm going to fight Floyd Mayweather. So I went and got my gloves, and we went live, and I'm boxing on live. Then my wife said, boy, Floyd gonna knock you out. I said, no, because I said, I hadn't even talked to him. I said, no, because my daddy gonna train me. She said, yeah, and I can see y'all coming to the ring. He got his guitar leading you, singing with my hands lifted up. So everybody was laughing. So the next morning, this is the week he passed, Monday, Warren called me, my minister of music called me. Told me, man, you talk to your dad. Somebody need to talk to you, man. You can't fight Floyd. I said, Warren, I'm going to fight Floyd, man, I'm telling you. He said, man, somebody need to talk to you. He said, call your daddy. I called him on three-way. Warren was on the phone. He got on there. I said, Warren, won't you tell me, preacher? Man, I thought you raised your son better than that, man. Somebody need to talk to him. He said he gonna fight Floyd Mayweather, and he gonna at least get 15 to 30 punches in. And he gonna fight him. So he laughed and said, he will if I train him. And he will hit him because I'm gonna train him. Ain't nobody believe that I would get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. But my daddy, because he always been in the stand.